Hey young men. Alright, so today we're going to work on calculating density. Problem. Science has a rock with a mass of 4 grams and the information in the table below. Help science find the density of the rock. Alright, so let's start by looking at the table we have below and the picture right next to it. Both the table and the picture are related. Let's start by looking right here at the first column. Volume of water in graduated cylinder without the rock. 30 milliliters. And that matches exactly what you see right there. Now let's look at the second column. Volume of water in graduated cylinder with the rock. So right here during the experiment, science places the rock into the graduated cylinder and the level of water rises to 35 milliliters, which is exactly what you see right there. So can you help science find the volume of the rock right now? What do you think we do? Great job. You have to subtract the two volumes. 35 milliliters minus 30 milliliters. What's 5 minus 0? Exactly, 5. 3 minus 3? 0. So, the volume of our rock is 5 milliliters. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Can you spot my mistake? Exactly. A rock is a solid, and because it's a solid, we can't have milliliters for our volume. Do you remember what we used? Great job. Centimeters cubed or cubic centimeters. So now that we've looked at all this information, let's go on to step 1 of our problem solving. Step 1. Write what you know. So, what was our density? Exactly, we don't know it yet, so we can put a question mark right there. What about our mass? Do we have that yet from the problem? Exactly, it was 4 grams. What about our volume of the rock? Do we have that? Exactly. 5 centimeters cubed. Remember, it's centimeters cubed because it's a solid. So now that we wrote down exactly what we know, let's go on to step 2. Plug what you know into the triangle. So let's go ahead and start by looking at this first triangle right here. The letters of the density formula, which is density equals mass divided by volume, are already in your triangle. Is that triangle complete though? Great job. We also write I and O for inside the house and outside the house when dividing, so we remember which number goes where. Now let's take a look at our second triangle right here, the blank one. Let's plug in the information that we wrote down in step 1. Let's start by looking right here at the density. Do we know it again? Good job, we don't, so we'll put a question mark there. What was the mass? Exactly, 4 grams. And we place it right at the top, because as you see from our first triangle, that's exactly where we have our mass. What about our volume? Exactly. Once we did water displacement with the graduated cylinder, we found that the volume of our rock was 5 centimeters cubed or 5 cubic centimeters. Is our triangle complete? Great job, you remembered. I for inside the house, O for outside the house. So you'll know what to do in case you have to divide. So what do we do here? Do we divide the 4 and the 5? Or do we multiply the 4 and the 5? What do you think? Exactly. We have to figure out, is this line separating the 4 and the 5? Or is this line separating the 4 and the 5? Great job. This horizontal line is the one separating the 5, and what does that line tell us to do? Divide. Great job, guys. Alright, so now that we know exactly what to do with our numbers, let's go ahead and go on to step 3 of our problem solving. Step 3. Do the math and bubble in your answer. Alright, so here we have 4 inside the house and 5 outside the house. Let's begin our our division, I'm sorry. Remember to use D, M, S, B. How many times can 5 go into 4? Exactly, it can't, so we put 0. Then we go to the multiplication part. What's 5 times 0? Good, 0. Then we go to the S, subtract. What's 4 minus 0? Great job, it's 4. Then we go to the last step, which is B, for bring down. Do we have any numbers to bring down? No, you're right, we don't. So does that mean we're done? Exactly, we're not done yet. We need to add a decimal here, here, and bring down a 0. Now we have 40. So we go back to the first part, the D, divide. How many times does 5 go into 40? Exactly, it goes in 8 times. Then we multiply. What's 5 times 8? It's 40. Great job. Now we subtract. What's 0 minus 0? Good, 0. And 4 minus 4? Great job, it's also 0. So now we go to the B, bring down. Do we have anything to bring down? Exactly, we don't. Do we have to bring anything down? No, we don't. We're done already. We ended up with 0. So do we have our answer? Almost. 0.8 grams per centimeters cubed is the density of our rock. So now don't forget, we have to bubble in our answer. 0.8 is our answer. Great job, guys. See you next time.